$317,000. We made $317,000 trading 0 DTE exponential moving average trades in the last 30 days of 2025. Every Sunday at 6 p.m., we're going to give you some, not all, but some of our trades that we're going to be putting on that next week so that you can follow along with what we're doing. Today is January 4th, 2026, and these are the trades for this particular week. My name's Rob Helmick. My wife and I trade funds every single day. We've been doing it for, I think, over 1,500 days. Let's take a look at what we've got here. All of our trades are built on math. We are firm believers that math is the foundation of all quality trading. For years, we've made profits every single year. We beat the S&P 500 every single year. And the reason we can do that is because of math. All of our trades for the 0 DTE are put on by bots. You cannot do the number of trades we do and the time and quickness of what we require for the math to work unless you're using bots. If you're trading manually, you're already behind the 8 ball. Everything we do is analyzed by AI. Everything. AI has dramatically changed our results. We started using AI in earnest last year. We really loaded up on October 1st, and we actually changed the way we use AI and really got a lot more sophisticated, and that has been tremendous to our results. We also do millions of backtests, literally millions. And the reason we do that is that we believe that backtesting gives you a great window into what the future is. Of course, nothing can predict the future, and this is not financial advice. But what we found is that backtesting really helps to increase your results. Also, in addition, we have started to build our own database just because we're so concerned about the math, and we want to make sure that we have every bit of data possible so we can constantly improve our trading. What we have discovered is that most trades have seasonality. They get good, they go up and up. Frankly, lots of people start trading them, and when lots of people start trading them, they roll over and they go down. So you got to always stay ahead of the masses, and that's one thing that's really important to us. What I'm going to be talking about today are all 0 DTE trades. These are all multiple entry iron condors, so we use the acronym MEC. They're also all exponential moving averages. Some of them are exponential moving averages. That's what we do is we look at the 40-minute exponential moving average versus the 20-minute exponential moving average. You see EMA, that's what we're talking about. We're also going to be talking about multiple funds that we have. A $30,000 fund that we do 6 trades a day. We have a $1 million fund where we do hundreds of trades a day. And we have other funds that we do other products in as well as with 0 DTE. Sometimes people get confused. I know in the comments they've mentioned some confusion about that, and I'll try and clear that up today as well. All right. We do about 8,100 trades per month, about 30,000 per year in multiple funds. So we do multiple contracts, and the contracts per trade will vary. So again, don't get confused. I'm talking about different funds sometimes, and the contracts per trade will vary. Our risk tolerances will vary by fund. Obviously, buying power is going to vary substantially. On risk tolerance, if you got $100 million in the bank and you're trading a $1 million fund, you have a high risk tolerance. If you got $1 million in the bank and you're trading $1 million, your risk tolerance is a lot low. So risk tolerance is different than the amount of money that you're trading. And so you want to be careful that you understand what the risk tolerances are. I know a lot of people that do a lot of the same things that we do, and they say, wow, you take a lot of risk. You say, yeah, well, we take a lot of risk, but not compared to our overall financial situation. And that's what you want to look at. It's not just your trading account, it's your overall financial situation. So buying power is going to vary in each of these funds, and the product mix is going to vary. Not all of these funds are all just 0 DTEs. Like I said, I like to do naked puts in the queues all the time, so that's one of my favorite trades. All right, so now let's go here and get this cleaned up a little bit for you. Here we are. So this is the $30,000 fund, and we put that set it up over in Schwab on October 1st. We'd actually been trading over there quite a bit longer than that. And you can see that in the last 6 months, that fund has made about $13,000 or whatever it was, 46%. But almost all of that's been in the last 90 days. It's actually made $12,099 of that in the last 90 days. And you can see that's pretty much what we're doing there with 6 trades. That's only 6 trades a day. Actually, we also have a gambler special, 7 trades a day. And you say, well, geez, how can you, if they're 50 wide wings, that's $5,000 a trade. How can you do that in a $30,000 account? Well, that's pretty simple, is because you don't win every single trade. And remember, the 5,000 is the maximum amount of buying power that you can have. If you are trading later on in the day, it's probably only $2,000 or $3,000, probably $2,000 in buying power. So it does change throughout the day. And you also, when you lose, you can reuse the long, you can reuse that buying power. And so a lot of times in both our $30,000 accounts and our 1 million accounts and even our bigger accounts, we might trade more buying power than we actually have in the account because we're reusing that buying power throughout the day. It allows you to compound. And it's funny to say, but on losing days, you end up using more of your buying power just because it is available to you later in the day. All right, so then let's take a look here at the next slide. All right, so this is our what we call our $1 million account. This is using $1 million in buying power. I know people get all bent out of shape about the number of trades we do in the buying power. This is the $1 million account. And so we're using $1 million of buying power. We made about 300,000 plus in this account. Notice that the most important thing I look at is the premium capture rate. It's 15.7%. I am very proud of that premium capture rate. Typically in prior years, we'd be at 9 or 10%, and that has slowly gone up to around 11%. And then we got really going on October 1st, pardon me, because we switched the way we use our AI and we switched the way we do our back testing. And that substantially, we actually changed in September, but it really kicked in October. And the 15.7 is great. And in fact, in the last month, I think it was more like 19%. It was really crazy. I mean, just crazy. So, okay, now, back here. All right. So what I'm going to show you on these trades, you're going to see the entry time. You're going to see the premium. You're going to see the trade type, the stop loss, and the wing loss. Entry time, pretty straightforward. We used Eastern time. Premium, you're going to do a put credit spread and a call credit spread. The premium is on the short leg only. So if I say it's a $2 premium, that means you're going to ask for $2 on the short call and $2 on the short put. If they don't have $2 available, you're going to go 5 cents lower. If it's not available, you go 5 cents higher. If that's not available, you go 10 cents lower. If that's not available, you go 10 cents higher. Now, you're trying to do the put side and the call side at the same time. You're going back and forth, trying to find the closest ones. That's why it's virtually impossible to do it, and to do it quickly manually. You almost always need to use bots. Our bots always perform better than manually. I know there's some people out there that say, well, I did a lot better at trading manually than I did with bots. That's fine. That's not been our experience doing 30,000 trades a year. We've tried it, and we just didn't get it to work. All right, next, let's take over here. We're going to take a look. Next one. All right, so these are the 6 trades a day. All right, these are ordered in rank of profit and loss for you. First thing you're going to notice, 1, 2, and 3 are at the same time. Rob, are we supposed to trade all these at the same time? No, not necessarily. That's why I gave you 8. Note that these are multiple entries at noon. I said, remember, a lot of you said, wow, 1551, that's 9 minutes to go in the market. That's really a dangerous play. No, it's not really. But it did fall out of the top 7 this particular week, and we do check this every week. And so what you can see is that the first one, the best one, and it's a best by a lot, is a 12 at noon multiple entry iron condor. Again, try and get $2.25 on the short put and $200.25 on the short call. You're going to go 50 wide. Stop loss. Everybody gets this wrong. Please check out our videos on stop losses. But what you want to do is you're going to put the stop loss on the short leg only, on the short put and the short call. We like to put one triggers the other. We have done, like I said, 30,000. We did over 150 trades on October 14th when a lot of people blew up and had busted trades. We had 3, and that was not that big of a deal. They were not large financially. But what I want you to understand is that OTOs do put you first in line, which 99.9% of the time is great. In our experience, being first in line is better when it comes to getting out on the short side when the stop loss gets triggered. Otherwise, instead, even though you put in, say, 95% for your stop loss, you get out at 105%, and that really ruins the math. Our experience, OTO, if you can do it, not all brokers do that. IBKR, they try and do it against other people in their fund before they send it to the CBOE. You want to be resting at the CBOE electronic book from the moment you put that trade on. You don't want to wait until you get stopped out. That puts you behind everybody, sometimes hours behind on the list, and that can really hurt your outcomes. All right, here are the top 20 trades by time. All right, Again, notice that there's multiple entries at 10:50 and at noon, and at there you go, 15:51 is back in the game. Right? Again, you're seeing $3. That means the premium for the first one, $3, multiple entry and condor, 95% stop loss. And you can go right on down through the list. Looks like 95% stop loss is very popular this week. Last week and the week before, I think it was 225. It does change. Back in October, EMAs were the most popular. I think right now it looks like MECs are the most popular. I actually haven't even looked at these numbers today because we're so busy putting them on for tomorrow. And because of the oil. Well, wait a second. Here it is by time. Here it is by P&L. So here you can see that 1551, 225 EMA at 90% stop loss is the most profitable, and by a lot. If I was going to only put on 2 trades for this week, I would put on that 1551 and that 12. Both of those have super high. How we rank them is by risk versus reward, and the risk reward on those 2 trades is virtually double than any other trade out there this week. And this, by the way, all of our back tests, I should say, we go back 6 months. These we only did every 7 minutes. For our funds, we go back every minute. What happens is you're only using 97,000 trades per test when you're doing it this way. And when you're doing 13,000 trades per test when you're doing it this way. And we do 20 trades per fund, 20 strategies per fund. And so it's a lot faster when you only do 7. It's 1/7 the amount of time. So, okay. Now, finally, let me conclude by saying that we would love it if you, oh, this is not right. Let me try and get this correct. Here we go. All right. So we'd love it if you would subscribe to our channel. If any of this free information is of value to you, please let us know how you're using these trades, and please subscribe. Thanks a lot, and we hope you have a great trading day. We'll see you next Sunday at 6 p.m. Not the best finish. Look at me. I got plates as ears.